Greetings, Professor Burgraff, Jared Stevens, BTAS 4510, video on professionalism. As you can see, I am dressed in a full-on suit. This is typically what you can find me in if I'm in an interview, and it wouldn't really matter if I was interviewing for Donato's Pizza or a high-paying professional sales job, which I'm actually going to be applying for here in late December, post-graduation. But essentially, I just wanted to start with what I've learned across the BTAS degree, and that's within BTAS 4510, 3110, and so on and so forth. I know I've taken 3 this summer alone and try to compact the degree within the summer courses to grind through the actual content of the degree, and then leave the prerequisite courses for my last semester of college, where I can start to focus on my professional stance at my job. Currently, I'm working at Facilities Management Express. I am an inside sales development representative, and essentially I am the first direct outreach cold caller, if you will, for the company in its history. They were founded back in 2012. A SaaS company, a software as a service is what that stands for, providing a CMMS, which stands for Computerized Maintenance Management Software. And essentially we tackle all of the facility directors across multiple industries, across the spectrum. That could be K through 12 school districts, higher education universities such as OUL, OUP, and Athens, and manufacturers, property managers, people like Nike with warehouses, distribution centers, things like that. So certainly have a lot of professional experience there, and these courses are what have sort of helped mold the knowledge behind the execution that I have on the sales side. And I'd like to thank you for building that path out through these courses and allowing for us to understand the pinnacles of leadership, responsibility, trustworthiness, integrity, all of those key factors that make a person, respectable and gain influence across an organization and with new clientele and prospects. And I certainly appreciate that. It's helped me sort of develop my professional stance. I started in sales professionally, working full-time when I was 19. It was spring of 2016. So I had graduated from high school in 2015. I started working at FedEx during that fall semester, transferring from high school to college, and then from FedEx I started a inside sales associate position with Power Distributors out of Hilliard, Ohio. And essentially there I was selling Briggs & Stratton lawnmower engines, as well as outdoor power equipment and oil and things like that for small engine dealerships and mechanics, essentially, that would maintenance and fix lawnmowers, weed whackers, and then sell the wholesale product lines on top of that to gain business across the region. So certainly have a lot of experience already, and I've tackled my education while working on my professional self at the same time. So taking these courses online and being able to tackle 2 things at once has really helped me develop into a professional young man and understand the logistics of both education and putting that into effect in the real world at the same time. There's certainly been a lot of lessons learned and a lot of mistakes that have been made, and I would say number 1 would be time management. Actually, having to manage a full-time position, clients, managers, co-workers, associates, and then also developing myself on an education stance, furthering my IQ, understanding the industry knowledge while understanding the basis of all of the industry knowledge through the education piece, and just being able to understand that patience is key and not trying to grasp the entire basket, if you will, within a few months or a year or so. I've certainly accomplished a lot due to the work ethic that was sort of put into me at a young age through my parents and the people that I'm associated with, that a lot of the courses have talked about, that influence both professionally, hereditary, family, the people that you associate yourself with are typically who you become and who you act like. And I've tried to surround myself with people who are like-minded, really motivated, people that have integrity of their own. And the thing that I like to say whenever I'm approached by headhunters or talent acquisitioners is that the key with me is my integrity. I'm going to act the same way I would with you right now that I would if I was sitting on a couch eating potato chips watching Netflix with my niece. I'm just the same person, black and white. And I can be serious like I am now on the couch talking Netflix, and this tone will be the exact same. But I can also have fun when the time is right and the setting is correct. But getting back on track, with this degree and being able to achieve a bachelor's degree, it would be the first ever accomplished in my family's history, my direct family. Both my mother and father never achieved a bachelor's degree. My father actually achieved his associate's, but yet they both work high-level jobs for the state of Ohio. My dad is the director of auditing for the Department of Transportation for the state of Ohio, and my mom is the executive administrator for state printing for the state of Ohio. So his influence helped her influence along with her professional experience. And I've had people ask me, Jared, you're doing sales. Why are you pursuing a degree on top of your sales career? You don't really need a sale like an education or a higher education to be successful in sales, and although that may be true, it's not going to help boost me to those upper executive positions like a sales VP. You don't really see too many sales VPs nowadays without a master's degree even. So a bachelor's is just a starting point essentially for what is to come and what I'd like to build on top of what I've already obtained on the higher education stance. But my success in sales speaks for itself. Obviously, with this bachelor's degree being obtained in December, I plan to, look at my options. I know that where I'm at right now is a really good position and stance that I'm at professionally, working at FMX, and there's certainly a lot of upward mobility that is there and accessible to me, having it be just a 6-year-old company, 7-year-old company. There's a lot of management positions and leadership positions that are going to open up as we expand and our client base expands and the need is there. The need will grow. And so I just need to understand patience and exercise that moving forward, especially in the next few months when everything's going to be bam, bam, bam. Opportunities will be knocking on the door, but just to keep a level head and understand that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. But going back and sort of wrapping up everything, I have a few notes here. I was trying to guide myself on a template. This is going to help build me and mold me into my best professional self. Just being able to have guidance from doctors and professors just as yourself. I know Professor Hoyt helped certainly a lot on the BMT side while I was working through my associates, guiding me, giving me mentorship, ways to handle certain situations professionally through an education stance, and then putting that into play in the real life while I was sort of taking them both on at the same time. And I certainly appreciate everything you've done to lay out the course, all the time that you've invested in me and my fellow students and the ones before me, the ones after me. And I certainly appreciate that. It helps me understand what it takes to be successful, what it takes to give and not always necessarily take. Maybe give a few times before taking anything. And I just appreciate that. I thank you for the time. I thank you for your energy put into this course. And I look forward to all the opportunities that are going to be opening up for me, and especially for you as you continue your higher education career. And wish you the best. And thank you for your time.